Hello again. Sorry it's been so long. Life has a way of delivering hit after hit. Still, you're here, I'm here, let's talk. Thank you to my wonderful patrons for making these episodes possible. So, today the fan and I am seeking to knock down relates to Bruce's famous contingency plans for the Justice League turning evil. Plans which many claim prove he can solo the Justice League and that are entirely valid because people with powers are dangerous and yada yada yada. Caveat, I am sure there are some comics which argue the above claims are true. There are also comics where Batman pushes a man to his death in acid. Not every comic makes coherent sense, and stuff written by fanboys who only care about making their fave look cool do not make for a coherent setting. Moving on to point 1. First common misconception is that the plans are an eternal part of the lore and a reflection of either Bruce's paranoia or his brilliance depending on who you ask. In truth, Bruce only started developing these plans after Hal Jordan became the villain Parallax. This was a major event in comic book history, and Bruce was deeply skittish around Hal Jordan even after it was retconned so that he was possessed and had become a hero again. The most integral thing to understand going forward is that these plans were not built around dealing with mind control, but other heroes simply changing sides by choice, leading into second misconception. Fans and sometimes even writers think Bruce is the most brilliant ever because he came up with ways to take down the other heroes with cool tech and genius. Nope. As they were originally conceived, these plans were effective because they exploited secret identity knowledge Bruce had gleaned from years of friendship and trust. Think about it. The heroes deal with super geniuses analyzing and coming up with ways to kill them all the time. That's not new, it's their bread and butter. But other heroes know their families, where they work, the perfect time to spike a drink. That's what made these plans so dangerous. Third misconception. Other heroes are being unreasonable for being angry at Bruce over these plans. Even if we gloss over the personal betrayal inherent to the plans, fact is it was deeply arrogant of Bruce to keep said plans in the Batcave when multiple villains have broken in and know his identity. His conviction only he could be trusted with them almost led to all of his friends being killed and did lead to thousands of deaths in the Tower of Babel incident, and Bruce refused to accept any real responsibility. People had good reason to be rankled. Final misconception. A lot of people seem to think Bruce has equally effective plans for every hero, but even ignoring the Wonder Woman doesn't have kryptonite panels, the fact of the matter is, when written right, the plans are rooted in Bruce knowing these people intimately. And for all he is a great detective and trusted hero, there are only so many hours in the day, and frankly, there's several heroes who even at his peak popularity either didn't know him or like him. Basically, a plan to take down his close friend Clark Kent if he ever starts to turn evil will be vastly more detailed than a plan to take down, say, Captain Marvel, who he knows far less about. Now for some house cleaning. Bruce is immortal among gods is something Stans love to attribute to him to justify his more toxic traits. But Bruce is far from the only mortal hero, and most of them aren't billionaires who could buy superpowers or tools on par with superpowers if they wanted. As a Justice League member, Bruce is not grounded, and these plans, while not malicious, were not meant to be an example of how Bruce is a champion of mortals or wiser than his allies. They were, thematically and narratively, a sign of his paranoia, controlling tendencies, and arrogance before anything else. Contrary to what you might think, to viewers, I don't hate these plans. I merely dislike the way Fanon exaggerates them, Batman's capabilities and everyone else's incompetence in regards to them. A world where only one character seems to have agency is one bereft of depth, intrigue and value to me. So I hope this video has served to balance the scales on this matter even a little. Thanks for tuning in.